it's not necessarily that the surgery in and of itself is a performance enhancing in the aspect of it makes you throw harder or allows you to throw harder. I think what it is anytime that someone goes through the Tommy John process, there's so many things that they can potentially do. There's a complete like understanding from the athlete of like, oh, I have to do this and that and this and this and this, and like it's about all of the protocols that are being set in place by maybe the medical staff, the trainer, the organization, the college, the high school, like whatever it is. There's so many things to do to allow you to get back at full capacity, right? So we're talking like arm care exercises, job exercises, bands, all of these little tiny things in terms of, you know, what you can do from a recovery or a strength conditioning standpoint that allows that, you know, scar tissue to heal, or the ligament itself to, you know, obviously come back strong. There's all of these little tiny things that I think get put at an extreme amount of focus and emphasis now by the individual. And we see that the individual is now doing all of these different things and checking off the boxes of like all of the, like I said, all of these kind of things that we're told to do by the medical staff. And it just kind of is showing that, you know, at once the athlete maybe didn't pay so much attention to like 30 different little types of exercises that they could potentially do to, you know, strengthen their arm or condition their arm or recover better, all of these things, right? Because, you know, I'll be the first one to admit I've gone through surgery processes before. You know, as soon as I have had the surgery, it's about like, oh man, I gotta do all the XYZ, like gotta check all these boxes for, you know, my particular day in the training room. Whereas like when you're healthy, it's kind of just like you throw, maybe do a little bit of bands, maybe, you know, hit the weight room and do this and that, but it's like you're healthy, so you're not conscious of all the other things you could do. So again, I know I've kind of over elaborated apparently on all those things, but I think it holds true, right? You're talking about a guy that has the surgery and then is trying to do anything and everything to get back to being healthy. So of course there's more of an intent behind the athlete and saying, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do my forearm exercises. I gotta do my band. I gotta do this, that, and this. So I think what it is, more oftentimes than not, it's just the athlete now having intention behind a precise routine set in place for recovering. And I think that those protocols, you know, strengthen those muscles in there and strengthen the arm, and kind of that's when we start seeing that athlete is getting now to his max potential from, you know, an arm strength standpoint, because of focusing on all those little things that potentially didn't focus on when he was healthy. And again, I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. Look, I've been there, dude. Trust me, I know how it is. But that's kind of the most, I think, the biggest underlying aspect of it is you have all of this time now to focus on those things. And then the other one is obviously you take so much time off of throwing. I don't know how many months out it is until you can actually begin your throwing progressions, but I speak to this too, because when I had lat surgery, I didn't throw a baseball for 6 to something 8 months. I think I was a pretty long time, but you know, you allow your arm to recover. You give it so much rest that when you do come back, it's like, oh man, this feels freaking great. Think about if you're from, you know, professional, I guess even college, high school nowadays, people, you know, you're throwing so much, there's so much volume to what you do. Kids are playing year round. So you never really have that rest time. You're breaking down muscle tissues and muscle fibers this whole time, and yeah, you're recovering, but you're not like really, I think, getting over that hump. Again, I don't want to speak to a medical background or a medical strength and conditioning stuff. I'm not a licensed doctor or anything like that. Again, just from kind of personal experience and seeing all of that unfold in front of me, and even gone through it myself. I didn't have TJ, but you know, a surgery that sets you out over a year, kind of all the same thing. But I think the intent and the emphasis on those little, you know, the little dynamics that you can control, and those little types of exercises and arm care and recovery protocols and all those things and workouts, and having the time to complete those tasks, you know, without having to worry about a throwing day or a bullpen day or all that stuff. I think that strengthens the arm. That, you know, gets you to, again, your max potential power output maybe, and then the fact of, you know, the rest period too. You're not throwing a baseball for such a long duration of time. So who knows? That's my opinion. Maybe it does make you throw harder, but those are kind of the two dynamics that I see that are the most common occurrence when talking about having a Tommy John surgery. So I'm going to do more stuff on this from a mechanical background, like from a physical standpoint, about like why kids and people are having Tommy John surgery. So be on the lookout for that. And at this time, you can check out this video here, or you can check out this playlist here, and then you can also hit the subscribe button. I'm trying this new thing on YouTube. I want to see how it works out, but I don't know. Anyways, Robbie Rowland here. Check out all my FAQs. TheRobbieRowShow.com has all my content, so be on the lookout for that. And then you'll see a bunch of links in the caption below. Thanks, guys.